Hey everybody. So I'm really getting to like this YouTube live thing. I have no context in, so it's really funny. Um, I do this early morning journaling, and it's part of my early morning routine, which I'm going to talk about on Sexy Mom Abundant Life today. And I realized during the course of today's journaling that, oh my gosh, if I just start to list out the judgments I have of myself, first they're like visible, right? It's like, here it is. And then I can start to question, is that really true? Is that really, and even counter those with other thoughts, right? Because judgment is just a thought. So let me see one of these judgments here. Oh, okay. That I've been a slug and under a dense, heavy energy. And in fact, like in the past couple of months, really until December, I was very aware of a dense, heavy energy, right? And I worked with it every single day to like clear it and change it and all this stuff. And so I'm looking at this, and so I have this list of judgments here, and I'm sure I could root up more if I tried. And if I stick with it longer, right? It barely even requires trying. So you write that out, and then you're like, oh, okay, cool. You know, what if that weren't true? What if you didn't have to judge yourself for that? What if, like, what's the gift in that? So we can start to, like, I'm looking at the judgment, right? And the judgment has been subtly kind of vibrating in my reality for months. And I can look at it and be like, oh, okay, well, what is the gift in that? I definitely know how to deal with, I'm going to use that word, like so many different energies that I wasn't even aware of, or things, energetic things that can happen to people that I didn't know could happen to people. Like I can work with those, not only in myself, but also others now through having this experience. And so you can look through these judgments and then like look at them and find evidence also that those things aren't true, or that there's a gift there, or use the Access Consciousness tool. Oh, interesting point of view. I have that judgment on myself. Interesting point of view. Interesting point of view. Another fun question to ask about any judgment is, how is my life greater because of that? Okay, for example, let's say you say, well, I really messed that up. Well, how's my life greater? Because I did. And then you list all of that out. And I love the thing about paper, right? Because it's visible. It's like, oh, I've cleared the air of my judgment, and I can have the tactile experience of writing it out and see that there's a gift. See that my life is greater. Acknowledge that fact. Because a lot of times we'll acknowledge the things, we'll recognize the things that maybe aren't how we would like them to be. And if we take a moment and acknowledge the gift or the greatness or where we really have accomplished something, then that expands. And like yesterday's journaling had to do with, what have I created this year? Yeah, and the big and the small, like celebrating that. And so each day it's a little different because I have a little different insight. I'm going to talk about the power of the early morning and Sexy Mom Abundant Life radio show today. It's going to be live on YouTube as well. Because in the early morning there's a stillness and there's a sort of foundation you can set for an amazing day that's not as available once you've already eaten breakfast and once other people are calling you and texting you and there are demands on you. During the early morning time when no one else is awake, there's the spaciousness where you can really dig up some things from your inner world that and make those known to yourself, whether those are ideas for an amazing creation or whether it's your self-judgments and anything in between. So I look forward to the show. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific, 12 Hawaii, right here on YouTube and also on Om Times radio station, iom.fm, and from there you can listen to it, you know, when you're jogging and whatever. I guess you could do that from YouTube too. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll see if I know how to end this thing. I'm just learning this. Bye. We'll see.